One of the greatest lies our culture has told men is that manhood is about freedom without responsibility. Do what you want, live how you want, and answer to nobody. But here's the truth. That's not manhood. That's immaturity. Boys run from responsibility, but men are built by it. Welcome to Manhood Matters. I'm Pastor Jeff Bass, and every Monday we take time to slow down, grab a cup of coffee or tea, and talk about what it really means to be a strong, wise, God-fearing man. Because manhood isn't proven by what you say, it's revealed by what you carry. And today we're talking about responsibility, the mark of mature masculinity. So if responsibility is the mark of mature masculinity, then we have to understand this first. Responsibility isn't proven by what you say, it's revealed by what you own. Because mature men don't just take on roles, they take ownership of outcomes. First, ownership over outcomes. Genesis 3:12 says, "The man said, the woman you put here with me, she gave me some fruit from the tree and I ate it." From the very beginning, when responsibility was tested, Adam shifted blame instead of taking ownership. And that moment reveals something critical. Immaturity avoids outcomes. Maturity owns them. Also, ownership over outcomes means you don't just take credit when things go right. You take responsibility when things go wrong. You don't hide behind excuses. You step forward with accountability because real masculinity is about accountability. You see, Adam shifted the blame, and many men today are still doing the same thing by blaming their past, people, and blaming circumstances. But mature men say, if it's in my life, it's mine to address. Here's what ownership looks like in real life. If your marriage is strained, you ask, how can I lead better? If your finances are unstable, you ask, what must I change? And if your spiritual life is dry, you ask, where have I drifted? A mature man examines himself before he accuses others. 2 Corinthians 13:5 reads, examine yourselves as to whether you are in the faith. Examination precedes elevation. Now listen up. Ownership doesn't mean you are responsible for everything that happens to you, but you are responsible for how you respond to what happens. Life may deal you circumstances, but you determine your conduct. And this is where manhood is either strengthened or weakened. Because when a man refuses ownership, three things happens. He repeats cycles. He resents correction, and he relinquishes influence. But when a man embraces ownership, he breaks patterns, builds trust, and he gains authority. Luke 16:10 reminds us, he who is faithful in what is least is faithful also in much. Faithfulness begins with responsibility in the small things. How you handle your time, how you handle your words, and how you handle your reactions. Responsibility is revealed in the routine. Let me say something strong, but I need to put it in here. You can't lead a family well if you're not leading yourself well. Self-leadership is the foundation of external leadership. So here's the application for this week. Identify one area where you've been passive and take ownership. Have the conversation, make the adjustment, and seek the counsel and correct the habit. Why? Because when men take responsibility, stability returns. And when ownership becomes normal, influence becomes natural. This is what mature masculinity looks like, and we're rebuilding it one decision at a time. Ownership is where responsibility begins, but responsibility doesn't stop with self-examination. It expands into stewardship, because once a man takes ownership of his life, he must then accept his role as a provider. 1 Timothy 5:8 says, but if anyone does not provide for his own, and especially for those of his household, he has denied the faith and is worse than an unbeliever. Now understand, Paul is not just speaking financially. Provision includes protection, presence, and provision includes spiritual leadership. So today, we've talked about responsibility, ownership over outcomes, and here's the bottom line. When a man refuses responsibility, instability increases. But when a man embraces responsibility, stability returns. Homes stabilize, children feel secure, your wives feel supported, and communities grow stronger. Responsibility isn't pressure, it's a privilege. And the world needs responsible men who own their mistakes, who lead with integrity, and who provide spiritually, emotionally, and practically. That is mature masculinity, and that is what we are rebuilding here on Manhood Mondays. Hey, if you believe men still need truth, strength, and accountability, then subscribe to Manhood Matters. Share this with another brother or two, and like this video so we can keep building strong men, strong families, and strong faith. Join me next time, and remember, manhood still matters.